Recently, I saw a video by Skylar Sutho detailing the 8 archetypes of fighting. It's a concept that I haven't really seen before, so I'm just going to go ahead and give him credit and go ahead and link his video for you to enjoy that. By the way, shout out to Dark Retro Mania for the footage while we go ahead and discuss this. Anyway, I've been thinking about that video a lot recently, and I think the course of action here is clear. We're going to apply what we learned in that video to Dragon Ball. So, first, I just want to go ahead, and if you didn't watch the video, I will tell you now the 8 archetypes. They are Trickster, Brawler, Technician, Artist, Bully, Warrior, Artist, Crusader, and Monk. I had to think about that for a little bit. The first one, we should probably start out with the main of Dragon Ball, Son Goku. And I think, honestly, I'm gonna go somewhere between Brawler and Warrior. I don't think Monk really does him justice, and to get better context, I really do suggest you watch that video. And this is the last time I'm going to plug that up, I promise. But Brawler is just so brutal. It's fighting for the sake of fighting. It's combat for combat's sake. And while there's a certain kind of primal beauty in that, I think it really does embody the Saiyan mentality. It doesn't have some of the vicious aspects that the bully does. So I think when he hit his head as a kid, that kind of knocked the brutality out of him a little bit. And he loves fighting, pure and simple. You guys know this. Okay, we're moving on to Vegeta. I think Vegeta is actually kind of a wild card. I think he really does. He has some artist tendencies. He really wants people to appreciate just how perfect and how clean and crisp his technique is. He is the Prince of all Saiyans. Marvel at how amazing he is and the kind of prodigy he is at fighting. It's pretty easy to see that, I think. He can definitely be a bully. I mean, you look at the Namek Saga stuff, what he's doing to Dodoria are absolute war crimes all the way. So I think he definitely fits the mold for bully, but I'm actually gonna go with Crusader, because no matter what, no matter how brutal he gets, there's always something more constant than that, because sometimes he's not that brutal in a fight. Like sometimes he's kind of brawling through it and he's taking damage in order to close the gap and wear his opponent down and do all of that, what a good brawler does. But what never changes is the cause. He is fighting, even if they're all dead, he is fighting for the Saiyan race. He says he's the Prince of all Saiyans. He says it so many times. I think he says it more times than he holds his left arm. I mean, it's crazy. Like, no matter what, like literally no one asked whose race you're a prince of, or if you're even a prince to begin with. Nobody asked for that, and yet he has to tell them. He has to, I am representing an entire species here. I need you to understand that. I'm representing a whole planet named after me, after my family. So for that reason, I'm going to have to put him in Crusader, even though it may not seem obvious at first. Okay, moving along. Let's go for Piccolo. Piccolo, I think, is more of kind of the textbook technician. He's resourceful. He plays the long ball in fights. Although I really do think he has more like straight up warrior tendencies. He has got heart. You look the way he fought second form Frieza. Dude was out for blood. He didn't care. He was going for it. And he definitely, I mean, for the same reason that Vegeta has Crusader tendencies because he's going to bat for the Saiyans all the time, you better believe the same thing applies for Piccolo and the Nameks. To an even greater degree, even, I think. That's debatable. It's debatable. But for that reason, I just think that he fits several molds. So I really don't know where to firmly place him. For now, I'm going to put him in Technician because the meme is that he's very smart, even though, honestly, dude gets outsmarted quite a bit. Go back and watch some of these moments that you think, oh, Piccolo was brilliant. Go back and watch it then. Go back and relive it, and let's see if you're right. I'm just saying. Look at my man Trunks. My man Trunks up there. Okay. Trunks is... He's so flashy. Look at him. Dude's artist. All the way. He's artist, but he's got some Crusader tendencies. But then, like, they kind of all do if you think about it. Like, everyone's got a cause for fighting in Dragon Ball. Otherwise, like, the manga artist is not going to draw them in combat to begin with. Unless they're a villain. But we'll get to that. But I think Trunks with the burning attack, throwing up his jutsus like that. That's what these are. Look at my jutsus. Dude's an artist. Through and through. And he had to, like, invent a new, flashier move in the Heat Dome to go ahead and take care of First Form Cell. He didn't have to do that. But he did it anyway. Man, how many of these can we get through? I don't want this video to be too long. Let's keep it going though. Let's keep it going. Let's go for Krillin. Ah, man. Krillin's so sweet. I mean, obviously Monk is kind of the obvious choice, right? He has the 6 like Buddhist stars on his forehead, like he like came to Roshi's in like the saffron sash. Like the dude's got it going on all the way. But I don't know if I want to put him in Monk if there's something else that might fit him. He's such a warrior. Honestly, he gets back up after stuff that should put him down. That honestly should just leave him not like completely out of commission. So I'm gonna go Monk and Warrior and playing like a dual role in him. I can't do it. I have to split this one. Look at Yamcha doing work. We're gonna go for Yamcha next. I'm looking over for inspiration here. Man, my man Yamcha. Yamcha's so underrated and misunderstood. He's just so overhated. I mean, I understand there's the meme. I get it. We need our little Dragon Ball humor to keep us going. But Yamcha's kind of sweet, man. Go back and watch those old Dragon Ball clips. Even the earlier Z stuff. Yamcha was doing work, man. Absolutely. I'm gonna have to put Yamcha in the trickster category. Just because he's so wild with his wolf fang fist. Like, and his little spirit ball where he's like doing his jutsus like another guy that we know. Look at Mr. Satan. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go trickster and artist. I'm gonna split Yamcha as well. So a lot of these guys could probably be split into 2, 3, hell, all the categories. But I just thought this would be a fun video, so we're just gonna keep it going. And why not keep it going with the man of the hour? Look at him. God, he's so brutal. He's so... Gohan is the warrior. No one but the warrior, I think, fights like that. Where you can just see that they're like, our heart, mind, body, and soul is completely unified in the fight, in every single move that they're performing. It's beautiful, frankly. It's just beautiful. You know what time it is. Let's get to some villains. Let's think about that. Frieza, yeah. God, it's so obvious. He's got to be the bully. He doesn't care about showcasing his flashy. I mean, he is flashy, you know, with his death beams and everything. But honestly, I think that's just like, it's just to assert his dominance. Any artistry or anything like that is only to further like his dominance, is only to further the mind games, the mental warfare that's happening in the arena. When Frieza goes to work on you, he is attacking your body, he is attacking your mind, your spirit. Every ounce of your essence is under assault. That's bully stuff, through and through. And my man Cell, Cell, I think Cell goes beyond the bully. He is so, I think he is what happens when an artist turns bad. That's what I think. He's so egotistical. He needs people to understand how perfect he is. He needs the perceived world's strongest, right? Son Goku, to bow down to his perfection and realize that he himself, in all of his years of training, all those different masters, he didn't do what Cell accomplished in, I don't know, a couple weeks, however long he was sneaking around, perfecting himself. Just in that instant of awakening, he eclipsed everything, all the training that all the Z fighters put themselves through, and he needs to understand that. That's the kind of egoism that embodies like this, the artist gone bad. It's a really interesting thing to think about, and for that reason, like this video, like the Skylar Sutho video, really made me appreciate other fighters and like things that I wasn't really looking for. Like I didn't think I could appreciate Cell more as a villain. I always appreciated him, but it's even deeper now. So that's really cool. I like that. I don't know what to do with Majin Buu. We're going through the villains now, right? And I don't know what to do with Majin Buu. I'm gonna have to put him in Trickster just because he's so unpredictable. He's so goofy and wild. It's like, what do we even do with him? Let's see here. Who haven't we gotten to? Who haven't we talked about yet? Tien Shinhan. I'm gonna have to go with Monk / artist for Tien, because he's so, like, the techniques, when he copies a technique, he doesn't just copy it, he also puts his own little spin on it. He's like, oh yeah, I can do it better too. See, that's the thing. People don't understand, like, this whole thing of, oh, that guy's so powerful, he can look at a move and just copy it. No, that's old. That's Dragon Ball old. We talking about, like, Tien was doing that like way before it was cool. It was like people didn't start copying techniques from sight until much later. I mean, you could count Goku's Kamehameha, I guess, but I mean, it doesn't hit the same way that Tien does. It's way more impressive when Tien does it. I mean, the monk tendencies are so obvious. I feel like I don't have to explain why that is, right? We're all there. So I will not. I'm trying to think of who's a really good brawler. Oh, how did I forget? Broly. Broly is like the brawler. Oh my gosh, Broly, Nappa too. They all embody this kind of this primal instinct to just get it on, to just tear stuff up, tear yourself apart, destroy something beautiful kind of energy. That's the brawler vibe. That's Broly to a T. You know what? I think we've got a good core going right now. So I'm just gonna wrap this one up before things get too crazy in the length department. I just wanted to do this one. I've been looking forward to this, and I haven't really had the opportunity to do it. So yeah, glad I could come here and get that one out of the way for you. Uh, if if there are any fighters that you want to see next, you know, I'm thinking part 2 is in order. Go ahead and comment those. We're gonna get to them, and yeah, I may change my mind on some of these. This is just endless fun, I think, and you can do this to any show. So, you know, don't let that stop you from suggesting other characters in other shows. We don't have to keep it to just Dragon Ball here. Yeah, we need to fill out all the archetypes because I think we just missed some of them. All right, guys. Yeah, that's gonna do it. Have a good one. Keep the thinking caps on. This is good. I like this.